I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't do it, even though I can't sing.
You would not sing?
No, I would not. I would not normalize him. And she says, I love our country. How do you love your country and support and normalize somebody who was a convicted felon who really wants to destroy the country, in my opinion? I don't understand how you say you love your country at the same time as you normalize this convicted felon, which I can say now every day.
The country and vote for him. I think that people make these decisions for a lot of reasons.
Okay, fine. And I would not be the person to say don't do it, because I believe in free speech and everything about it. I personally would not do it. No one's asked me, but that's another story.
I would love for you to do a roast at the Trump inauguration.
Okay.
Oh, no one else had any
So there we are.
No, we've had people like Reba McEntire come on and say that, she doesn't want to talk about politics. She just wants to sing, she wants to perform, she wants to make people feel good. And I respect that. And then we've had people like Dolly Parton, and I think you asked her, are you a feminist? And she said,
I don't think so.
I don't think so. But then you pushed her, and she said, yeah, I guess I am.
Well, I said to her, do you believe that women should make the same amount of money as men? Well, I guess I am a feminist.
Yeah, and she said, I guess I am a feminist. So I think people feel pretty strongly about it. I think art is art, and you have a right to perform where you want to perform. I agree with you, Joy. I can't sing a lick, but I certainly, and I have not been asked, but if I were asked, it would be a hard no.
Well, they wouldn't ask me, so I have no.
Right. They're not asking any of us.
No, you do what you do. Listen, it's like, people do what they do for whatever reasons. Mm-hmm. It's like Joe and Mika. Yeah. They did what they did. They felt that's what they needed to do, and I got to stand behind them.
Yeah.
And I stand behind her no, not or not, because if I believe I have the right to make up my mind to go perform someplace, I believe they have the same right.
Of course.
And so I have to, I have to support. Doesn't mean I'm particularly interested in what I won't be watching, but that's me.
Yeah, I've scheduled a spa day.
Oh my God, since Carrie Underwood's performing at Donald Trump's inauguration, I just don't like her music anymore. I can't stand her. I can't buy any of her music. I'll never, ever, ever play another song of hers. She's such a piece of, oh my God. Oh my gosh, can you guys just not think for yourselves? Why is it that the second that someone you've loved and admired and followed for 15, 20 years, because they have a different political affiliation than you don't like them anymore? You can't stand them now. They're garbage, they're trash. You don't want anything to do with them. You liked them, but then because that person is supporting someone you didn't vote for, you're done with them. You're done with them. I don't understand it. There's a lot of musicians I follow or that I support or that I listen to their music.
Carrie Underwood is no stranger to the spotlight. With a career built on raw talent, hard work, and an unshakable faith, she's become one of country music's most beloved icons. But even the brightest stars can find themselves caught in a storm. What began as a simple performance at a presidential inauguration spiraled into a media frenzy, vicious personal attacks, and an unprecedented legal battle. Yet, against all odds, Carrie emerged victorious, winning a $1 billion lawsuit that sent shockwaves through Hollywood and beyond. This wasn't just a win for Carrie, it was a defining moment for media accountability in the modern age. Her story is one of resilience and courage. When The View hosts launched a scathing attack on her for performing at Donald Trump's inauguration, they underestimated her resolve. The fallout was swift and brutal, with social media campaigns threatening to end her career. But Carrie didn't back down. Instead, she fought back in court, exposing the toxic culture behind one of daytime television's most controversial shows. Her victory wasn't just about reclaiming her reputation, it was about sending a message that reckless defamation has consequences. Let's unravel the incredible journey that led to this landmark moment. Carrie Underwood has always been known for her music, not her politics. She's built a career on staying true to herself, avoiding divisive debates, and focusing on her craft. So when she accepted an invitation to perform America the Beautiful at Donald Trump's second inauguration, it seemed like just another opportunity to showcase her talent. For Carrie, this was about honoring her country, a tradition many artists had participated in before her, regardless of political affiliations. But in today's hyperpolarized climate, even a seemingly apolitical act can ignite controversy. While some praised her performance as heartfelt and patriotic, especially after technical difficulties forced her to sing without accompaniment, others saw it as an endorsement of Trump's administration. Social media erupted with heated debates, but the real firestorm began the next day when The View weighed in on the matter. Little did she know that this performance would set off a chain reaction that would change everything. The morning after Carrie's performance, The View wasted no time in turning it into a headline-grabbing controversy. Known for their outspoken opinions on politics and culture, the hosts took turns tearing into Underwood. Joy Behar accused her of normalizing hate, while Hostin questioned how someone with such a wholesome image could align herself with divisive politics. Whoopi Goldberg added fuel to the fire by suggesting that Carrie had sold out for fame or financial gain. These weren't just casual critiques. They were deeply personal attacks that questioned Carrie's character and patriotism. The hosts implied that by performing at the event, she had betrayed American values and aligned herself with extremism. Clips from the episode went viral almost instantly, sparking outrage across social media platforms. For The View, this kind of controversy was nothing new. They thrived on polarizing debates to boost ratings. But this time, their words carried real-world consequences for Carrie Underwood. And as the backlash grew louder, it became clear that this was more than just criticism. The fallout from The View's comments was swift and devastating. Within hours of the episode airing, hashtags like Cancel Carrie and Carrie is Over Party began trending on Twitter. Thousands of users joined in to criticize Underwood, many parroting the narrative spun by The View. The misinformation spread like wildfire. People who hadn't even watched her performance were quick to condemn her based on what they'd heard. This wasn't just online noise. It had tangible effects on Carrie's career. Concert venues that had long welcomed her began hesitating to book her shows. Sponsorship deals she had lined up were quietly pulled back as brands sought to distance themselves from controversy. Even streaming numbers for her music took a noticeable dip as fans turned away. For someone who had spent years building an unblemished reputation in the industry, this was a nightmare scenario. Yet through it all, Carrie remained silent, choosing not to engage in public feuds or defend herself online. But behind closed doors, she was preparing for something far more impactful. Carrie Underwood isn't just talented, she's resilient. After months of enduring professional setbacks and public humiliation, she decided enough was enough. In an unprecedented move, she filed a $1 billion defamation lawsuit against The View and its parent company, Disney. This wasn't just about clearing her name. It was about holding powerful media entities accountable for spreading falsehoods that harmed her career and reputation. Her legal team argued that The View's comments went beyond fair criticism. They were malicious attacks designed to damage her image for ratings and clicks. By targeting not only the show, but also Disney itself, Carrie sent a strong message: no one is above accountability. This lawsuit wasn't just symbolic, it had teeth. Carrie's team came armed with evidence that would soon expose shocking truths about how The View operated behind the scenes. And as the case unfolded, those revelations would rock the entertainment industry. As the trial began, former producers from The View came forward with damning testimonies about the show's internal culture. They described a workplace where sensationalism reigned supreme, where hosts were encouraged to push inflammatory narratives without regard for facts or fairness. Leaked emails revealed even more troubling details. Executives at ABC openly discussed ways to exploit controversies for higher ratings, often targeting public figures they deemed easy targets. One email chain included jokes about how they could spin Carrie Underwood's performance into a scandal simply because of its association with Trump. These revelations painted The View not as a platform for meaningful discussion, but as a machine designed to manufacture outrage at any cost. But even more shocking evidence was yet to come. Perhaps the most damning piece of evidence presented during the trial was a series of internal emails between ABC executives and producers of The View. These emails confirmed what many had suspected. There was a deliberate effort to discredit Carrie Underwood following her inauguration performance. In one exchange, producers discussed framing Carrie as out of touch with modern American values, a narrative they believed would resonate with their audience and generate buzz online. Another email chain revealed how executives laughed about how easily they could manipulate public opinion through their platform. This evidence dismantled Disney's defense that The View's comments were merely opinions protected under free speech laws. It became clear that these attacks were calculated moves designed to harm Underwood's career. With their credibility shattered, Disney faced an uphill battle in court. After weeks of explosive testimony and mounting evidence against them, the jury delivered its verdict. They ruled overwhelmingly in favor of Carrie Underwood. The judgment? A staggering $1 billion in damages, the largest defamation payout in entertainment history. This ruling wasn't just about compensating Underwood for her losses. It sent shockwaves through Hollywood and beyond as a warning shot against reckless journalism disguised as commentary. For Disney, a giant long seen as untouchable, the verdict marked an unprecedented blow both financially and reputationally. But while Disney scrambled to damage control internally, the $1 billion verdict wasn't just a financial blow to Disney. It was a reputational crisis of epic proportions. For years, The View had operated with an air of invincibility, thriving on controversy and polarizing debates. But now, the show's credibility was in tatters. Advertisers began pulling their support, unwilling to be associated with a program accused of reckless defamation. Ratings plummeted as viewers questioned the integrity of its hosts and the network behind it. Behind the scenes, Disney scrambled to contain the fallout. Executives linked to the scandal were quietly let go, and producers who had encouraged inflammatory narratives were shown the door. Rumors began circulating that The View might be canceled altogether, a shocking possibility for a show that had once been a cornerstone of daytime television. Even those who weren't directly involved in the controversy felt the ripple effects, as Disney's reputation as a media giant took a significant hit. For The View, this wasn't just a bad PR moment. It was an existential crisis. And for Disney, it was a stark reminder that even empires can crumble when they cross ethical lines. But while The View struggled to recover, Carrie Underwood's career was entering a new chapter. Far from being canceled, Carrie Underwood emerged from this ordeal stronger than ever. Her legal victory not only cleared her name, but also reignited her career in ways no one could have predicted. Fans who had initially turned away rallied behind her resilience, flooding social media with messages of support and admiration. Concert venues that had hesitated to book her before now clamored to have her perform, and sponsorship deals came pouring back in. But this wasn't just about professional success, it was about personal vindication. Carrie had stood up against one of the most powerful media conglomerates in the world and won. She proved that even in an industry dominated by giants, individuals could still fight back against injustice and come out on top. Her story inspired countless others who had been wronged by misinformation or defamation, showing them that it was possible to reclaim their narratives. Carrie didn't just survive this scandal, she thrived because of it. And in doing so, she became more than just a country music star. She became a symbol of accountability and courage. But this case wasn't just about one person. It carried implications far beyond Carrie's career. Carrie Underwood's lawsuit wasn't just a personal victory. It was a cultural milestone that sent shockwaves through the media landscape. For years, platforms like The View had operated with little oversight, pushing sensational narratives without fear of consequences. But this case set a powerful precedent. Words have consequences, and even media giants aren't above the law. The billion-dollar verdict sparked widespread conversations about ethics in journalism and entertainment media. It forced networks to reevaluate their practices, ensuring that commentary didn't cross into defamation. Legal experts hailed it as a landmark case that would likely influence future lawsuits against reckless reporting. For audiences, it was a wake-up call about the power and danger of misinformation in today's digital age. In an era where public opinion can be swayed by viral soundbites and trending hashtags, Carrie's victory served as a reminder to question what we hear and demand accountability from those who shape public discourse. This wasn't just about holding The View accountable. It was about setting a new standard for how media operates in the modern world. Carrie Underwood's journey from controversy to courtroom triumph is nothing short of extraordinary. What began as an attack on her character turned into one of the most significant legal battles in entertainment history, a case that exposed the dark underbelly of daytime television and held one of Hollywood's biggest players accountable. Her victory wasn't just about reclaiming her reputation, it was about standing up for truth in an age where misinformation spreads like wildfire. Carrie proved that even when faced with overwhelming odds, resilience and courage can prevail. As The View faces an uncertain future and Disney grapples with its tarnished image, Carrie Underwood stands tall, not just as a country music legend, but as a fighter who refused to let lies define her story. What do you think about Carrie's fight for justice? Does this mark the beginning of a new era for media accountability? Let us know your thoughts below.